Welcome, welcome. I thought since Jay finished up early that I would start a little bit early. So hopefully you can hear me okay and we're good to go. Looks like we've got a pretty good crowd. That was a fun card that Jay made. So tonight, I had mentioned on my live, hi, Ann. Hey, Blossom. Jenny, Gloria. Just want to say hey to everybody. Dawn's here. Looks like we've got the crowd is here. Hey, Brian, welcome. Glad you were able to join. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Hi, Ann. Um, we're going to work with these Spellbinders filled notes. Let me change my screen here real quick. I'm sure you don't want to see my messy hair and all that. Anywho, so what we've got is we have got the, hey, Teresa, welcome. Hi, Cece. The gang's all here. We're getting ready to get going. So I've got the filled notes, and I know I'm about 7 minutes early or so. And I just thought since Jay was done and he always does the redirect that I just go ahead and get started. So Blossom, you've got something fab to tell me. Ooh, I can't wait to hear. You have that die set, Dawn? I believe it was included in your kit. I had some people pop on my live that I did Saturday morning. I just randomly decided to go live, and I had some new people join, and they said this came in the kit. And in fact, I think they're going to hop on. They probably won't be happy that I started early because I was telling them all 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Hey, Jay, welcome back. I went ahead and started early since you finished up. I got the Ethiopian brown card in the mail from Jay. Nice. um, So this is, I'm just going to roll through what all I've got here and then we'll get to working with it. So I've got the Field Notes Wildflowers, and I've got my, this is what I'm going to put it in once I open it up. And then I have the Field Notes Twine, which is this. And I'm actually going to put the twine in with the Field Notes tools. I didn't get the packaging for the tools, which often I don't get the packaging. Hey, Kelly, welcome. I often don't get the packaging, so I went ahead and put the Field Notes in already, and then the twine I'm going to stick in here because I think I have enough room for both of those, and I've got them labeled as such. So we're going to have them in there, and this is going to have its own. So the Field Notes Twine, which makes a nice bow, and I did a little cheating. I did some die cutting ahead of time with some of it because we got a lot of product here. Yeah, it is an awesome kit. And there's going to be some other note product. You can see it on Spellbinder's website already that's going to release next month that I think will coordinate very nicely with it. So they do have, Jay, you led right into it. You're curious if they have a die to make the actual filled notebook. They do. In fact, there's multiple dies. I actually have it in a box, but I'm not really supposed to work with it until the 10th of May. So I was looking at it. I almost pulled it out because you can see it on the website. So I don't think it would hurt to show, but I'll go ahead and do that because you can see it on the website. Well, let's get through this and then I'll show you what I've got. If you go to the coming soon selection and you do filled notes, it'll pop up for you and you'll see it. So I've got the filled notes twine and I've got the filled notes tools. Now I have the twine and the tools already die cut out so that we can assemble them. And then we're going to do some better pressing. We've got the Lush Ferns and it says be happy always. And it is a better press plate and you can foil it as well. So we're going to probably press this. I don't think we're going to do any glimmering tonight. I thought we wouldn't do any glimmering. May 10th is Roy's birthday. Is that what Kelly's saying? Anyway, so then we have this other press plate that says find beauty in the simple things and bloom wildly on your birthday. And it's a beautiful wildflower press plate. And again, you could glimmer this as well, but I'm not going to drag the glimmer out. Hey, Linda, welcome. Glad you could join. And then this gorgeous 3D filled notes embossing folder, which I have been playing with it. And I'm moving stuff around here. I have got several panels that I have embossed already with it. I don't know if you can see it. My lighting is kind of harsh. There we go. See it like that. I've got a pink one, and you can see all that gorgeous embossed detail. I did it in black. I love this. I just kept embossing and embossing this afternoon. I was like, oh, I'm going to emboss this. I'm going to emboss that. Just trying to show you what we've got. So we've got plenty of panels to work with that I've already embossed. I even embossed one in pink and cut it out and then overlaid it on a black one just to have fun with. Anyway, so we've got that. Now that is what we're working with tonight. And since Jay asked, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Like I said, it's not that you can't see it. It just says I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. I've got it. It's called Take Note. And there are several pieces that go with it that are fun too. And like I said, you can see it on the Spellbinder site, so I don't think it matters if I show it. And like I said, mine doesn't come with the packaging, so you'll have to just look at it as it is. And I'm going to get my sheet here. Take note. So this is the BPO 30, this is the take note. And I think this is what you're referring to, Jay, that you would be able to create your actual note with it. And there is some, I don't know what that says, just not, I don't know. I don't know what it says. I'll have to stamp it to see it. It's upside down. And you've also got, they give you a registration sheet that you can work with. So just to show you that, just since Jay brought it up, and like I said, you can see all these things on the Spellbinders website, but they've also got the BPR 029. This is a journal grid. So this will create your grid lines. You've also got the registration stencil that goes with it. And let me see. They've got a cool memo splatter that's going to go with it. BP 296. Real color sentiments that are going to go with it. And what else? 550. You've got push pin notes. So these are like, anyway, so there's several other pieces that go with this. And I guess I'm just kind of teasing you as to what goes with it. And 1439, real color. So those are some of the pieces that go with it. It's called Take Note, but it's you can see it. Like I said, you can actually see it on the coming soon. And I have my little Spellbinders cheat sheet. So that just gives you, oh goodness, you can feel the money flying out of your craft budget. Well, make sure you click on one of my links, Jay. So yeah, anyway, so this is fantastic. All right, so what I thought we would do, let's go ahead and get this out of here. And we'll do a little bit of die cutting and get all of our pieces. And then I'm going to do some better pressing. So yeah, awesome for junk journaling and just to create your page, your papers and stuff like that. You could do that. That would be really cool. So this piece is, it's got 8 cutting dies. You've got 2 greeneries, like stems. You've got a tag that you would mark. This is like the tag, like if you were making your field notes on your flowers, you would have a little tag and write the name of the flower on it. I was thinking those calendar dies that Spellbinders put out, they actually had the name of the flower, and it would be fun to put that flower with the name actually on there. That would be kind of fun. So I did get some of those, and then some florals and a couple of different florals here as well. And then like the stems of the florals and an extra leaf is what you get with that. So we're going to do some die cutting with that. And I've already got this stuff die cut out. I've got my embossing panels ready to go. I've got my tools and my filled notes twine. I don't know if I'll do any more of that. And then we'll work with this. So let's just lay this aside. We'll bring in the little bitty die cutting machine and we'll just start doing some die cutting. It would be fun to do a faux travel notebook card. Yeah, that would be fun. I have all of this really heavy. I should show you. Dawn could tell me. I made this 48 by 48 sign for church today. And I used this poster board, and it's real heavy, and I have all of these scraps, and I was thinking that I could make some kind of a journal. I have bigger pieces as well with this because it's so thick. So I'm going to have to really be paying attention to Dawn and T when they're doing their journals and stuff and figure out how to do that. Anyway, so I'm going to bring in some green. I've got a couple different colors of green. I'm not sure which ones I want to work with, so I'm going to do both of them, I guess. And hopefully yeah, yeah, and I've got a bunch of it, Dawn. I mean, I ordered, I needed several pieces for this project, and I think I got like, well, I used, hey, Jana, welcome. I used 13 full-size poster boards. I had to cut them down. It was crooked and everything. And then I think I bought, I don't know if there were 25 or 50 poster boards in that. So I've got a bunch of them. So I could certainly do a lot of journals or, some type of thing. I'm going to come up with something to use those scraps with because I don't want to waste them. But yeah, that was a big project. I did that today. I've been since I got home from church, we went out to lunch. I didn't serve lunch. Normally I serve lunch, but I didn't serve it today because we're having Easter next Sunday and I'll be serving. So we went out for Chinese and came home, and I've been crafting all day. Crafting and no, actually it's a poster for the stage. It's not really a poster. He's got this big cube unit that's huge, and it has like a clear plastic on it, and he's putting lights behind it. And then I made the words. It's going to say he humbled himself, and it's going to like shine through there. So it's a big, I don't know. It's like kind of like our cubby units, only, really big, tall and wide. And it has these plastic clear inserts that you can shine light through. And anyway, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it because it was big, but I figured it out and got it done. So I was glad to get it done. Anywho, so I'm got these in the green, the lighter green, and I've got something sticky on this plate here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and do the dark green too, just to, in case I want the dark green colors. So, hey, Kat, glad you stopped in. Yeah. So you guys, hopefully everybody knows Kat. She's Kat Scrappiness, and I'm on the design team for Kat Scrappiness, and so it was nice of her to pop by. Yeah, fun. I know she's busy, very busy, running the business and everything. Plus, family. She's got family and family obligations and stuff, so it's nice for her to stop in. Yeah, Linda, she's had a crafty day. Yeah, I was watching Linda as I was making that 48 by 48 sign, and I wasn't watching, I was more listening, and I would pop in occasionally and chat with her as she was creating a card. But I just had her I was listening to her in the background. It was kind of giving me the motivation to just keep going because I wasn't bored because I had to keep loading the Cricut, and I was I actually cut it because it comes like, I think it was like 24 by something. And of course you can only go 12 by 24, actually 11. You can only cut 11 and a half by 23 and a half, I think, on your Cricut, but I was cutting it down to 12 and was doing the individual letters and stuff. So it was kind of monotonous and repetitive, but I was able to get it done while I was watching Linda or listening to Linda and her chat. And I don't know if you guys have checked out her channel, but you can check her out at Linda Tomaine Creates, and she's a card maker, and she likes to sing when she's crafting, and so that's kind of fun. We kind of got into some Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog today on her channel. She couldn't remember all the words, and so I was kind of helping her remember the words. That's a song that I played. My dad always played that. He played in a band when he was, yeah, of course he's in the praise team now, but he did play in a band when he was young, and I always remember him singing and playing Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. And so that was one of them that I learned. Anyway, so fun. So yeah, it was fun to be there. So just give her a shout out. Melissa Klepser, which Melissa's usually pops in on our lives and some of the things that we participate in. We see her around. I think the two of them maybe go live together. I'm pretty sure. Um, anyway, so I'm going to bring in some purple. I've got these pink and black panels, and so I thought we could bring in some purple, couple different colors of purple. I've got a lighter and a darker, and we're going to die cut these out. Oh, you love her toast card. Oh, that was a cute card. Yeah, I was watching her make that. You know what I did? Let me show you real quick. Where'd I do with it? I don't know. Where'd I put it? I did make my craft roulette card and I can't find it right at the moment. Where is it? I made a picture of it too. Oh, there it is. I went for a different kind of toast. I did the wine glasses or whatever you want to call them, and I'm clinking them. So I did this for my toast, brought this in for my brown. I added some brown espresso oxide ink and just laid some for my 50s colors. I did the pink and the teal, which I think is very reflective. And that's what I did. And I got it submitted. I told the story. You guys probably didn't hear it. I think it was Saturday morning. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Week before, not actually 2 weeks before, I had my card ready and done. And I got it. I thought I was submitting it, and it said that it was going to be my 99th one. And so I was like, yay, my 99th one. So then last week when we had the card with, oh gosh, I can't remember his initials, the baby, Mary's baby, grandbaby, I made my 100th card. And when I went to submit it, and you guys, some of you have heard this, I had not submitted the 99th. And so I had this great 100 card that I was ready to submit. I'll show you it. And I couldn't, JD is his name. Yeah. I couldn't submit it because I was only this would have been 99 because evidently I didn't click the submit button on the one before. So I was so mad I didn't even do a card that week. So I was off 2 weeks. And so I thought, okay, Shanna, go ahead and do this one, get it submitted, and then I'll have to make another 100th card. So yeah, such a bummer. It was a bummer because I thought it was so cute. I thought it turned out really cute. But anyway, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. So I told Daria this morning, I said, excuse me, I said, I made sure I had the confetti when I submitted it this time. That way I knew that it had submitted. I got the confetti, so it was submitted. So the next time I submit a card, it should be my 100th. So that's how it worked out. But sometimes you're not paying attention, multitasking or whatever. And that's what happens. So it was a major bummer, but it is what it is. And we'll go with the flow. So who knows what the parameters will be next week and what I can come up with for a 100th card. We shall see. I can still use that one. Well, if it fits the parameters, we could give it a whirl, I suppose. So yeah, oh well, it is what it is. I can't believe I've submitted that many. Jay actually got me started watching Craft Roulette, and I was kind of hooked right off the bat. So yeah, he turned me on to it. I hadn't heard of it. I don't even know what colors these should be. I feel like they should be green. And I'm coughing. I got to show you guys this. Yes, that is Kelly. That's my mom's, and this is my mom's. So Kelly's noticing my mom's jewelry. My mom passed away nearly 3 years ago, and I just was able to get some of her things. So here is, I got to show you guys this. Oh, somebody's coming in, probably Pat. My sister came over the other day. Hang on a minute. I shut the door because Pat's coming in and we are dog sitting, and so the dogs are barking. Yeah, Kelly, you're going to have to call Pat so you can FaceTime him and see the dogs. Anyway, so my sister came over the other day, and I'm going to try not to spill this. I closed it, but and she said, I'm giving you your early birthday party. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm going to be dog sitting all week, Linda. Just all week. The kids are on a cruise. They won't be back until next weekend. So they're going to be with me all week. So it's going to be noisy. And thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. Anyway, my sister came over. It was Friday after work. And she's like, "Hey, I'm here. I got something for you." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Hey, Nana, welcome." Um, she said, "I got an early birthday present." Well, my birthday's not till the end of June. I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm so excited. I got to give it to you." So she had taken my crafting and chatting with Shanna that I used for my Sunday night lives and had a cup made of it. And it's got, the scissors and the glue and the Shanna makes it and everything. And I thought it was so cool and so sweet. So I wanted to show you guys, but look at that. Isn't that awesome? A girl that she works with makes the cups. And so she took it and made a cup out of it. And I love it. So super fun. Anyway, I thought I'd show you guys that. So fun, fun, fun. She's good at gift giving. I'm not very good. I tell you, she's good at it, and my youngest daughter's really good at it as well. They remember things, and if you say you need something or they notice you, um, I didn't have a good travel cup, and she knew I didn't have a good travel cup, and so she got me that, had it made for me. But they're real good about noticing a need and then getting it for you. So, and I can't remember one thing to the next, so I'm terrible at it. So, and then I remember after I've already gotten something else, and I'll think, "Oh, I should have got this or whatever." So these are the tags that you would label your filled notes with. And I think I'm just going to use, what have I got here? I've got some kind of crafty looking cardstock. I think I'll cut a couple of those out with because I feel like the tags would be kind of crafty looking. So Kelly is my cousin. So you guys are all saying hello to her. She pops on lives once in a while. And you guys have heard us talk about when we go to the beach in North Carolina. So I'm going with her. And whenever we're going to North Carolina, that's where we're going. So that is fun. But she likes to catch the lives periodically. Sometimes she forgets, and I forget to remind her. But anyway. The live folks love that little machine. Yeah, the Scout, it's so handy. It really works well for lives, when you're, well, even, pre-recorded videos when you're trying to, do something on the screen, you've got a little bit more space. And I don't know why I put that away because I need to die cut these out. I think I've got some pink here. I want to make sure I don't grab a panel that I was going to use for something else. I think I'm going to die cut these out. Oh, let's see. We're 23 minutes in and I haven't done anything yet. I probably should have done more die cutting in advance, but I think we'll be all right. Because you know me, once I get going, I really get going. So, okay, so now we've got all of these flowers. There we go. Oh, wow, that's nice. That is really nice. I like how that die cuts out. I thought it was going to be all the little bits and pieces, but it all connects together. Ocean Isle Beach. Yeah, Ocean Isle Beach is where we go. So there we go. We go to Ocean Isle Beach. We go to Orange Beach. We're going to Orange Beach this summer. We may go there twice this summer. It just depends. Okay, so let's get these parts put away and start doing some assembly. And my glue is going to be the wild card because I've been using these little ones because I'm mad at my my glue press, and then I was trying to clean it with a needle and the fine tip came out, and so I went ahead and brought this back in, which gives me fits without the press, and we'll see if we can get some glue running. And it's more of the wider one, so we'll see what happens. Just have to go with the flow. Okay, so what do we got? I need to put some stuff up. I was watching some crafter, I don't know, was it this morning? And she was like putting every little thing away. And I was like, oh, strive to do that. She was putting it all away as she went. I was like, oh, mercy. Okay, so we've got this, and that's what these, I guess I probably needed to do some Actually, we could use the lighter one and put these darker ones on there. That's kind of how they've done it. I'm just going to kind of copycat a little bit off of what they've done there. And we'll go from there. So let's see. Just get some glue on there. Oh, see, and that's what's going to happen because I don't have a good thing on there. Where's my rag? Oh, I don't know. All right, we'll just try to put a little bit on there and not make a mess, and then get it laid down. All right, so that's how that goes. And we've got another one here. I think we can work with that glue. It'll be all right. Okay. And then these layer up. So I assume that you would put, how did they do that? Just kind of layer them up like that. And then layer the smaller one up. Yep. Try to decide if I want, yeah, I don't think it matters whether you put like the lighter on the top or the bottom or whatever. So we'll just layer these up. Holden Beach is just above Ocean Isle, is what Kelly's saying. Your mom took us to Holden Beach when you were a kid, and your younger brother has a house at Emerald Isle. We grew up in North Carolina. Awesome. Well, that's where Kelly's from, and we've spent a good deal of time there with them. I don't know if you're familiar with Lake Norman, but Kelly lives on Lake Norman. So that's where she lives. And we've had a lot of fun on Lake Norman. You love Emerald Isle. Okay. All right, so that's how this goes together. Whoops, I gotta have glue on the bottom. Did I move that other one? There we go. Now if I can get my tweezers, I'll just kind of pinch them together and let them get nice and adhered. But so there we go. That's one of them. You can almost walk across to Holden. Cool. Okay. All right, so we have got, I have an extra one because I wasn't sure which color I'm going to go with. So I went with a lighter on that. So I'll go with a darker one with this, and we'll have just a little bit of differentiation of color there. And it kind of looks like you just are going to lay this one right down on there. So let's put a little bit of glue on there. And then we'll pick it up and lay it down. And then we'll tweeze it. So that's a quick, that comes together very quickly. And I love how you don't have all the different pieces. I thought all these would, die cut out separately and I'd have to piece them on there. So this is awesome. Okay, so we're going to move on to some other things. Okay, so we've got the tags and those tags. Let's go ahead and make a card before we get started with the better pressing, so that we will at least have a card finished before we have an extra leaf here that we can use. So I'm going to move these pieces aside that we don't need. Linda says she loves how they're connected. That makes it so much easier. Yes, it does. Jenny says Lake Norman's about 2-hour drive for her. Oh, a lot of people in that area. Cool. All right. So what I've got here is some different panels. And I was thinking that I made this small one, and I thought it'd be fun to just layer the embossed on top of the embossed. And I thought that would be kind of fun. And then we could add these with it. And then we'll have to add a sentiment when we get one. But I think that's where we're going to go with that. I had kind of prepped that ahead of time. And I think what I want to do with this one, and I need to figure it out, I want to use the twine on this one, I think, is what I want to do. So let's go ahead and get our card base, which what did I do with my card bases? I had some at some point. Where did they go? Here they are. I moved some things to give me some room on my desk. So here we go. All right, so let's get a card base and we'll get going. Okay. Alrighty. So just look at that. That is so fantastic. I love embossing folders. I'm telling you what, you get a lot of bang for your buck with embossing folders. Boy, that glue's really coming out there. Um, you know, and they're not that expensive. And if you have, you know, just some embossing folders and just a few things, you can still make some really fantastic cards because this, yeah, you could all meet up for a Shanavention. Yeah, I love embossing folders. I mean, they just take you to the next level, I think. So what I was planning to do is just layer this one up on top of that black just to kind of create like a frame. And then we'll get it laid down on here. Try and get it straight. Isn't that lovely? I love it. Okay, now I'm going to get my flowers on here before we glue this down because I'm going to wrap my twine around it. You love that one? The brown pieces are faux tape. Well, I was thinking, you know, wouldn't you write your name? I guess you would. You're taping it on, probably tape it on your specimen on the card. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And like that journal paper that they're going to release, you know, that would be, you know, you would write where you were and the date and everything, and that this is the flower and you found it in this field or whatever. And yeah, that would be probably how you would do it. And I know this is kind of big for this panel, but I don't mind because it can hang off because we've got the panel behind it. So I'm just going to get these laid down on there. And I'm going to go a little bit higher. I want room for my twine down there. And I want to be able to put my tags on there just so we can feature, you know, what comes with the dies set. You know, you don't have to use those pieces of tape, I guess. You could just make a bouquet with these and it would be lovely. But I thought we'd just feature what we've got here. And we've got some real thin stems, so I'm just going to try and carefully get some glue on there. And of course, we've got this embossed detail, so might have a little bit of trouble getting it to lay down flat. Wow, it's really pretty. I like it. You enjoy watching your past videos when you aren't live, but man, I sure love it more when I catch you live. Oh, thanks. Lives are easier. They're definitely easier because we don't have to do all of the editing and everything that we have to do with recorded videos. But you know, I generally can't go live during the week except for Mondays, which is when I don't have the kids. And so I just do the pre-recordeds. And I know I'm crazy because I run a video every day, or on the days I don't have a video, I have a live. I just try to keep my channel, you know, busy every day. And I know that's a little bit crazy, but I've been able to sustain it. I didn't think when I started it that I would be able to sustain it, but I have been able to. And I've, you know, fortunately get a lot of product, and you kind of hate when I'm covering it up. I know. The embossing folder. So with the product and the design teams and stuff I'm on, I'm able to bring new stuff pretty regularly, which, you know, that makes it nice. So I try to do a video every day. I did a live the other day and I showed some stuff I wasn't supposed to show yet, but it was released on the site, so I wasn't worried about it. But sometimes you got a lot of things going on and you get your wires crossed, but that just happens. Okay, now we've got our little bow here, our twine with our bow. And I'm going to go ahead, and what you do with this one is you kind of wrap it around there. And I think it is designed for an A2 size panel so that you can fit it on there and just wrap it around. But I'm going to do it on the smaller panel, and I need to do it with the right direction up. And I'm going to kind of offset it a little bit. So, and they give you this nice little edge here so that you can just glue it down on the other side and wrap it around. And that's what we're going to do. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Remember to like the video, Linda says. Thank you. I always forget to plug that. I'm trying to get better on my pre-recordeds to include that to like. And if you're not subscribed, I need to plug this. I just looked and I'm 10 shy of 2,000 subscribers. Kelly said that's because I'm a maniac. She's right, I am. I'm very high productivity person. I'm crazy. Anyway, but I'm 10 people away from 2,000. Thanks, Jana. You like my lives too. Thank you. So if you're not subscribed and you're in the chat, if you would consider subscribing, it would be so wonderful because maybe I can get to 2,000. I never thought, and Jay's probably the same way. You never, maybe not. Maybe he got to 1,000 pretty quickly, but it seemed like it takes forever to get to 1,000. I thought I was never going to get there. And now I'm almost to 2,000. So that's awesome. I love it. I'm trying to decide how these go. I'm going to go ahead and just glue the two together here. And this is our bow. And then I think it's going to go like that. I suppose you could do it any number of ways, but this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, close to 2,000. I mean, 10 people. If I could get 10 people, I may have to post on my Facebook and Instagram. Whenever I get close to something, I'll post and say, anybody. So hopefully we'll get there. Now, do I want it to go this way or this way? I think I want it to go this way. And this is our bow. Try and get it lined up on there. And then you've got this nice little decorative piece that goes on there. And you could do it in different colors if you wanted to, but I'm kind of, hey, Cordelia, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Glad you could join us. I got started a little bit early, earlier than what I normally do. Jay, he wrapped up a little early and, he always does the redirect. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get going. So then this is going to go on here like this, and then it'll lay on our panel. So like that. I think it looks cute. All right. So everybody just saying hi to Cordelia. So I'm just going to get this laid down on there. Get it lined up. Then we've got other bits and pieces we're going to try and get together. I don't know if we're going to get all, we may not get after all this stuff. Now tomorrow, Daria and I are going to go live at 10 a.m. like we normally do on Mondays. And we are working with some older kits. I've got, and older is relative. Mine are not that old. Hers are a little bit older. But I've got some, I get the Love from Lizzie subscription, the kit, every month. And so I've got a couple of kits from previous months that I really need to blow up a little bit. So I'm going to be working with those because I've got the new May kit. In fact, I've already done the unboxing for the May kit. You had to go to church to see a friend get baptized. That's awesome. Love it. Let's see. I'm going to just snip this off. And we've got a beautiful card. I think it turned out really nice. Isn't that fun? I named one time you made a great card that wasn't. Let's see. Name one time that cured, beautiful, and I will disagree with you. Oh, thanks. I am a very bad, I'm really very, very critical of my cards. So I really am. I'm going to lay this leaf down there. My sister always says, I always say, oh, it's no good. And she's like, oh, it's really good. So I don't know. I'm just really critical of my cards. I think I'm going to lay that down there because I have it and I think we can. There we go. All right, I'm going to call that finished. We'll have to put the cinnamon on the inside of the card. Okay, we've got to move on because we've got some stuff to do. So let's go ahead and get these bits and pieces assembled because I know a lot of you guys have this. Yeah, I thought the twine looked really good on there too. And I like the black and the white and the pink combination. I thought that was kind of pretty. And so we're kind of sticking with it. So anywho, what I've got here is the, I guess, magnifying glass is what I've got. And I think this was the one I didn't get pictures of, did I? I don't think I did. Anywho, so what I did was I took some vellum and I die cut out the piece that goes on top of this, and we're going to use it. And then and then I've got two pieces. I've got a piece of this that we're going to just double up on is what we're going to do. And I think I don't have. I've got some. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't have my little tape runner. I'm all out, and I'm not sure if how much this will show behind there. Hopefully not too bad. I'm using some double-sided tape. Maybe if I can get it to lay down on there. Yeah, it's going to show. Oh, well, we'll put something on it or something. Anywho, so I'm just going to get it laid down on here. And whoops, maybe not. It's not wanting to stick to the metallic. Eek. And then we'll put some glue around here and hopefully it'll hold down. Just going to try and be very light with my glue and not get real messy because that vellum, I don't want to really make it look messy. And so this is like our magnifying glass. If we're really out there checking out all the details, we've got a magnifying glass for it. And then we have, I want to make sure I get the right thing. This is my handle for my magnifying glass that we would put on there. And so we'll just put some glue on there and lay it down. And isn't that cute? Well, I need it to stick. It's going to stick to my finger. It's not going to stick to the... All right, this is where we're going to use some of that double-sided tape again. Magnifying glass. Oh, yeah, sun catcher. Now it's a magnifying glass. We are in the field checking out all of the flowers. Hey, Melissa, welcome. I was mentioning that you normally join our group on Sunday night. I was telling them about we were chatting and Linda's live earlier when I was making that massive sign. And you guys were entertaining me and we were singing Jeremiah Has a Bullfrog. Or Jeremiah was the bullfrog. Okay. I think that's going to hold it better. Just going to have to clean some of that off of there. And there we go. We've got our magnifying glass. So it has a little cutout there to kind of give it a little bit of sparkle and shine. Okay, and then this is, what would come out of the center there, but I decided to layer, a full piece on the back and then put the frame around it with the glass in there. And then we've got these cute little scissors, and it has in the handle, I wanted to tell you guys this in case you're wondering, in the handle of it, because I know you guys have this set, it comes like this, and then it has this little piece in it here. And this little piece here is it goes on here. So to fill that in. I just wanted to tell you guys that because there's not a separate die for it. And when you look at the picture, it almost looks like there would be a separate die for it, but there's not. So I just thought I would let you know that. And I'm sticking with this double-sided tape because of this metallic paper that I've used. And this isn't, this is some cheap silver. It's not my good Spellbinders metallic. It's just some inexpensive. It's got like craft colored on the back of it. There we go. And see if I can put that piece on there, maybe get it to stay. All right. So we'll glue these down. Yeah, tiny, tiny. You know me, I like the tiny. tiny pieces. Playing with my little pieces parts. That's what I like to do. And I'm going to pinch that, and then we'll work on the next one. And then we'll get our scissors connected. I was trying to do coordinating cards. That's why you connected yours with a tiny brad. Yeah, I used scissors on that set the other night, and they asked me, they said, oh, you need a brad. And I don't have any. And I haven't, gone to the store since and so I don't have any. And that would be great because then you could move them, and that would be so fun. But I think that's how you want to do it, like that. Does that look right? Or maybe my scissors have that side on top. I don't know. But you just line them up. So I'm just going to use some more of that double-sided tape, and we'll get it laid down on there. And then we'll add the little piece that kind of connects them together. And I did die cut it out in silver, but I'm going to go with pink because I thought pink would look cute on the silver. Okay. So now you're Googling Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Yeah, you'll have to do that. It's an old song, and I can play it on my guitar. I will tell you, Dawn, I've been playing my acoustic. We're doing does that look right? I feel like it doesn't look right. We've been practicing, that looks better. We have been practicing for a special at church, and I've been using my acoustic. So I know you have an acoustic, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been practicing with it. And you're going to love it. We're doing like a bluegrass. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be a banjo and maybe a mandolin if the guy can get his worked out. And then I'm going to play the acoustic guitar. And instead of I always play electric guitar. So I'm going to play the acoustic guitar. So that'll be fun. Anyway, so there's our scissors. Are they cute or what? Okay, now we've got a pencil. And we're going to get our pencil assembled. And so what we've got here is the lead to the pencil. Your husband plays the banjo. Cool. Well, our youth pastor plays everything. And so he's going to play the banjo. And so it's going to be fun. It was really fun. Practice was fun. I was excited. At first I was like, I don't know, but it was super fun. I'd like to do more of it. It was so much fun. Anyway, so I'm just getting everything laid down on here, and these are all of our pieces, parts. I thought yeah, I did. Okay. I thought I had the eraser in a different color there. So that's that. I want to get to the better press plates, so hopefully we'll get there. It's 48 minutes probably, maybe. I don't know. All right, so there we go. There are our tools. Our what are they called? The filled note tools. And I've got a gluey mess on my desk here. But we've got our scissors, our pencil, and our magnifying glass. How fun is that? Okay. So I've got a panel here. I'm trying to decide. Let's go ahead. We've assembled these. You guys have seen how that is. Let's go ahead and do some better pressing, and we'll see what we wind up with here. And I'm just going to kind of clean this up a little bit. I just want to kind of, you guys to have a feel for the whole bundle of stuff. Just kind of get a feel for it. So I have got somewhere on this conglomeration of stuff, I have got a panel lined up on a press plate ready to go. But where did I put it? Okay, I'm sure if it was a snake, it would bite me. Here it is. Oh, I laid it aside on my chair. Okay, so what I've got going on here is, this is the embossing folder. We'll lay that on the chair. I just got the cotton panel from Spellbinders. And for this one, I'm actually going to do the ferns because the panels that I have from Spellbinders are only A2 size. And this one is actually bigger than A2. So I'm going to use some of my some watercolor paper. I can use that on there and I can use a bigger piece. So we'll do that. Anyway, Linda is saying that Jay, I can't sing, but I do it anyway. You found your kit? Oh, good. I know you were looking for it. We, oh, it is recorded, Jana, but I'm not willing to share. Anyway, I kind of want to get a banjo ukulele. The sound is really interesting. I have a ukulele. I do. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I lost the cats probably wouldn't want to hear Rainbow Connection 20,000 times. I hear sirens. So I'm going to get this pressed and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're not going to glimmer tonight, but you can glimmer with these things and it really turns out nice. So it's super. So for this one, we could do, I have fern, or actually it's called leaf. Let's use this leaf on here and ink these up and see how that works. And then we'll do black with the other one. Oh, it's going to move around. That's all right. We'll get it positioned. But anyway, this is just the Better Press ink. Ooh, it looks really, it's inking up really nice. So I think should be nice. And now you get the ink on there. I use the magic eraser and can clean these up really nice. You do like your spruce ukulele though. You should tune it. I have, and I've told you guys this, I've got a dulcimer that I need to learn how to play, honestly. I'm going to clean this one off because I think I want it to be black. So yeah, I have a dulcimer I need to learn to play. But I'm going to sing. That's what I was going to tell you. I am going to sing with this particular song. It is low enough that I think I can sing without howling like the dogs. Maybe. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, crud. Didn't mean to do that. Hopefully we'll get a good inking with that. I got a little bit on the bottom of my fern there. Just go over it in green, see if I can cover it up. I don't know. I might have messed up the sentiment. Ooh, I got some on that. I don't think it'll matter. Right there. Yeah, I guess I could scoot it over a little bit. That would save me from doing that. Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully that's enough black ink. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Okay. I got my fingers I usually get my fingers messy and then I'll touch it and make a mess or something. So try and wipe my hands off. Okay, here we go. Get this baby laid down on here. All right, I'm gonna bring the big dog in. So this is the weightlifting portion of the show. Oops. Bring the big dog in and we'll just run it through. I use the magic eraser on the Better Press Platinum, the gray part, and I used it on the plate. And because I had some marks on the plate too, and it took it off both. I mean, it's not completely clean. Oh, wow. Look at that. And you can see a little bit darker there, but I don't mind it. So that turned out really nice. Very nice. And that basically could be a card in and of itself because you got everything right there. So yeah, I just take the magic eraser. Some of these, like the pink there or the purple there, didn't come off, but when you get some really dark colors on there, you can get it off. And it cleaned this up really nice. I rubbed it all over there, and it cleaned it up real nice. So I try to do that regularly just to keep it clean. But and I'm out of alcohol right now. I need to go get some more. So I'm just using water right now to just kind of wipe it off. And of course, I'll take it in the kitchen and use that magic eraser on there. I should get me a magic eraser for the craft room. What was the Better Press paper? It is, I usually keep the tag. It is the cotton paper from Spellbinders. It's theirs. And I buy it and it just comes the A2 size panel. But you also can use, and we're going to do it and you'll see how it turns out. We're going to use some of the Canson watercolor paper on it. And you'll see how that turns out. You can use that as well. You've got to have something soft. I mean, you can use anything, but you're not going to get that press that you're going to get on those softer, I got it, on the softer papers. So that's why you need that. But anyhow, so there's that, and that's clean enough that we can go with. And then we're going to do this one because I wanted to show you guys everything. But so yeah, that was Better Press paper. And this next one, I think I got, did I cut? This is, I thought I had a bigger piece of my watercolor paper that I was going to use for that. I'm going to grab it because I don't think that's big enough. Well, maybe it is. We shall see. See how big that is? That's bigger than an A2 size card. And so I'm going to get a bigger piece. Do I have it? I will get it. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. That's a whopping big piece. All right. We'll use it. It'll be all right. Get it laid down on here. And then I usually try to get like the more softer side that I put up on it. And get it pressed. This is going to be beautiful, I think. I just black silhouette. Yeah, Janet, have you finally gotten over this crud that we've been having forever? And the beauty and simple things. Yeah, we have had this crud for quite a while. I say we because Jan and I both have fought it for a long time. We've been talking about our woes. The pollen is getting you. Yeah, I've been taking allergy medicine, trying to get to where I can function a little bit better. Where's my big black ink? Do I have it sitting out? I do. Snake, it would have bit me. Okay. So I thought this would be beautiful as a silhouette. So we'll just get it inked up and see how it goes. I want to get it really good. And this is my black ink. Sometimes I find it easier if you just kind of rub it on there. But then you have to watch out because you'll get like little pieces of threads. And if you get that on there, it'll press it right into your plate, into your panel. And I just saw one. Get it out of there. All right. So I also have, just to tell you what's going on. Oh, the yellow pollen. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, my husband has a black truck, and when it just covers that. It's terrible. Anyway, I have the Simon Hurley flying a kite thing I'm going to be working with this week as well. All of those pieces, so that'll be fun. So we got that. I'm going to drag this big dog in here again. Hey everyone, I see, or hi Diamond, I mean, she's saying Diamond Painting Cutie is here. She was on my live the other morning as well, so I'm getting some new friends. And I was saying, I don't know if you've subscribed or not, but I'm trying to get, I need 10 more people to get to 2,000. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now you do get, the press on this. I don't know if you get as much, I think you do. I'm looking at the sentiment. Maybe a little bit more press on the cotton paper from spellbinders, but this works and it's very cost effective. It's, a lot less expensive than this. I suppose you could probably find some cotton paper on Amazon or whatever. I don't know, but I either use, the spellbinders, or I'll use my Canson watercolor and get a pretty good result with it. And I think it's absolutely lovely. So this could be a really pretty 5x7 card. I don't think I have any 5x7 card bases available, but I could make one. Anyway, so that's what I would do probably, is cut this down. And I have no idea what size this is, because I didn't. So it's almost 6x9, this panel. So I would want to cut it down to something a little bit more reasonable. And this isn't the right thing to use because I don't have, it doesn't go to past 6, on there, but you could cut this down. And I'm just randomly cutting it, but I don't even know if it's going to wind up a size that you would use on a 5x7 card, but I got a little close to my center up too. But yeah. Anyway, very, very pretty. So that's what we've got. So let's see if we can do anything with any of this. We're right at an hour and we'll get wrapped up. I know you guys are probably getting tired of listening to me and everything, but let's see what we've got. I don't know. I have this. I don't know if I can get that laid down on there. I don't know. I think I might be able to take a smidgen off of it and maybe have a little edge, but otherwise, so there's that. And then I can get to that. I don't have a lot of room. Pretty tight. Gonna have to take a little bit of it off. Okay, now we could get that laid down on something. I don't know. There's just not enough of that embossing folder to show to merit using that. So I probably would just bring in like a different panel and lay it down on there. I got this blue. I need black. Where's my black at? I thought I cut some black panels. Did I? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's just I got a full sheet here. We'll just cut this down. And we'll just go with a flat. You really like the ferns? Yeah, very simple, very simple. That watercolor paper is really thick, so it's that black I've got, it's not very thick there, but the watercolor is good and thick, so it makes for a really nice solid card. So that is nice. Now, I'm looking for the cards again. So let's go ahead and just do it. Get it ready. And we haven't done anything with these little bits and pieces here either. So, all right, we'll get this laid down and we'll just keep going. Yeah, I think the ferns are really pretty. It amazes me that, when you think you've got, so much stuff and then they keep coming out with stuff that that you have to have. It's terrible. I don't suppose you have to have it, but you want to have it. Well, evidently my card base is off, which is not surprising. So we'll drag this in and cut it down. Well, hubby came in early and you need to go make some dinner. Well, Melissa, enjoy your dinner and tell your hubby I said hello. And if he would like to subscribe to my channel, I'll take him. Oh, crazy. My husband I know I've told you guys this. He doesn't pay any attention to my videos, but he watches he runs them, every one of them. He runs them over and over and over again, just so that I have watched hours, and he runs them. So, but he has no idea that I talk about him in a, because he doesn't. Okay, Melissa, we will be 10 a.m. tomorrow, and it'll be Daria and I, and we will be I'll be working with Love from Lizzie Kit. Bugs and Kisses, I think is what I'm going to work with. And Daria is working with a um, Time Outdoors kit from Spellbinders. It's an old one. Jay and I both worked with that one. Um, I think it's called Time Outdoors is what she's working with. And we're just trying to blow up kits that we have in our craft room and make some good use out of them. So this is very, very simple. I mean, with that press plate, that's really all you need. It's very, very simple. Makes for a great card. Okay, so let's see. Let's take this and this, and let's cut this down, because I want to get these little bits and pieces on there. So what size do I have here? What is this? This is 4. So we'll go 5 1/4 with this. What part do we like? Let's go this way. Yeah. 5 1/4. And my husband is in the other, his man cave is on the other side of this wall. And he is chatting in there. And I tell him he's hard of hearing because he talks so loud. And he's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, dude, I can hear you through the wall. The other day, he was like, I was talking to so-and-so. And I said, I know exactly what you said to so-and-so. I could hear the whole, well, I had the door closed. So anyway, he's on the phone. He is a chatty patty. Very chatty. Oh, good. I hope you'll try to make it. I hope you will. Yeah, last week the week before we weren't able to do it, but I think did I not cut this right? Something's not right, and I've got glue on it. I do this all the time, but it's okay. It can be cleaned. I think I'll take this plate off of there. If I take this off, I won't get it all messy, I think. Can I get it off of there? I know I have before. I'm going to break it. I'm not going to do it. We'll just clean it. All right, so something is not right. I thought I had it at 4. Oh, it's under 4, I think. No, that's 4. And 5 1/4. I don't know. It's probably because I cut that card base down is what it is. And I've just made a mess out of my guillotine, but oh well. That's close enough, I suppose. So we just got that. And I was thinking we could lay these parts on here somehow. Oops, we got some junk. It'd be nice if we had a fern or something on there. I feel like we need something. And I need to lay that pencil right over that where I put the glue on there is how I need to do that, because that'll cover up that double-sided tape. All right, I think we need to get another one of our flowers, and we have some greenery already cut, so all we need to do is grab some of the flowers and put it on there. I think I'm going to go with this one because it's going to be super easy and simple. And let's see. Okay. And we're going to go with a light purple. I think that'll be pretty with the pink on there. And we're going to do it. We're going to need some. No, I don't want that one. I want this one is the one I want for it, because that one is for the other type of flower. Okay. And this will be quick. There we go. We've got that. And I just love that die. I've had so many fussy dies, floral dies from Spellbinders, where you've got like 50 little pieces for it. And I'm like, oh, so nice. Where's that tag at? I'm not seeing it. Must not have put it back in there. I don't know where it is. Well, I guess we won't use that until I find it later. I'm looking for that little die that is the tape. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. I don't know where it is. Oh, well, it'll show up. It will show up, I'm sure. It's probably stuck to something. Usually like my computer or, you know, my magnet here. Usually will stick to something. Okay, all right, let's get this assembled and we're gonna get this wrapped up. All right, so we need to just put some glue on here. Get all these bits out of the way. Put some glue on there. Okay, and then we'll just get it laid down on there. It's kind of different. I think I need to put it the other direction. I don't have enough glue on there now. Alrighty. How we doing? We've got 25 people on here. The magnifying glass would look good with the ferns. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? There we go. I'm gonna keep that simple, but I think I'm gonna use it since I did this. We're gonna go for it here. I've got an extra little leaf there too that we can use and add it. I think it'd be pretty. I wonder where that little tag die went. I wanted to add that tag to it, but the little tape. Who knows? Who knows? I never know. All right, let's get some glue on here and get this laid down. Oh, ah, mercy. My glue woes, I'm telling you. I bet the glue press would work now that we're into spring. I was having a terrible time with it. I'd have to put a pin in it every time I tried to use it. I mean, even within minutes of just using it, I'd have to put the pin back in it, and I just finally gave up and put it away. But I bet now that the weather's changed, it probably would cooperate a little bit better for me. Okay, we got that. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess here with my ink. Trying to see if I can just find that tag. I have another black panel too. Oh my goodness. It's a mess. All right. We're going to just go without that tag that I want. I got to get some glue on there and get that laid down. Oh goodness. Glue, glue, glue. Put some glue on this one and we'll lay it down. There we go. All right. So we're going to put our scissors on here. And we're going to put our, trying to decide how I want to lay them. Maybe like that. I liked how I had it before. And then put our pencil across where that, I want to put that pencil across where that glue is. All right, I'm gonna get these laid down. How's everybody doing? They're looking great, thanks. Bottom of my desk. Sitting and standing desk, or both your sitting and standing desk are a mess. Mine was clean until I got started here. I got a new table behind me. It's called a computer table, but I'm just calling it a table because I'm just using it for my Cricut and that. And I am going to run a video of me assembling that table, crawling around on my craft room floor and putting it together and then reorganizing. That'll run sometime this week, I'm guessing. But it's hilarious. I'm just crawling around on the floor, putting it together and messy hair and don't care. All right. This I'm going to glue up and make a mess. And I'm going to lay it down on there like that and cover up that spot. Hopefully not create any more spots. I'm going to get this laid down on there. And that is fun. I was going to put some sentiments on there, but I do have some old ones. These are the ones that The Earth Has Music for Those Who Listen, but the pink wasn't the right color for it, so I'm not going to use it. I'll probably put a sentiment on it later or something, but very fun. So here we've got the flowers with the embossing folder on top of the embossing folder, and we've got our twine with our bow, and then we've got our filled note tools, and we've got, I'm trying to get all my pieces parts. Yeah, so that's the filled notes twine. We have got the, where's my 5x7? Oh, here it is. Okay. We've got the Bloom Wildly. And then the other one, which I've lost the, where's it at? And the Lush Ferns is what we've got. So this one I think would be great on a 5x7. So we could do something with that. Let's see how long we've gone. We've been 116. Let me go ahead and lay this down, and I'll lay it down on a 5x7 card. I'm just going to get one cut. I'll be right back. It'll just take a minute. I think I want, do I have a piece of black? I think I'll cut it out of a black piece, and then we'll add a piece inside. So 5x7. So we got to go 10 by 7. 10 by 7, and we need our score buddy. Just running around the craft at least. Now, my live that I did Saturday morning, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Pat wasn't home and I was going live and the dogs started barking nuts. And I had to leave the live because I had somebody at my front door. It was my dad. He was coming over to get a table because they were hosting an early Easter today, and he needed my card table for some additional seating. And so I had to leave my live, run to the door, open the door. He said, "I'm here to get a table." So I had to run, put the garage door up, drag the table out, give it to him real quick and run off. I texted my mom later and I said, he probably thought I was a crazy woman because I was just running and grabbing and throwing and I took off running again. And I'm sure he had no idea what I was doing. So it was funny, but I was like, oh my gosh, I actually had to leave my live to answer the door. It was hilarious. So, all right, I can see I want to cut some more off the bottom of this. So I have no idea. What have I got? Let's see what I've got. I've got 4, and so I've got an inch off of that. So this needs to be 6 is what it needs to be. And I don't think that'll hurt any. Oops, I didn't do a very good job with that. Goodness gracious, probably the glue. There. So that'll make a nice little card. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, just simple. And you've got glue because you have glue on your paper trimmer. But I mean, all you need is a press plate and you've got a good card. I'm trying to get my glue eraser out. Clean that up there. All right, good enough. All right, so we have been live for an hour and 20 minutes, and I've got 4 cards made. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think we did all right. And I think I was able to showcase all of the products to some extent. We have 2 cards that don't have sentiments on them, but I think we're okay with that. They've got a lot of stuff on them. Now this one I'll need to put a panel on the inside so that we can write on it, but I just wanted to get it laid down, and I think it's really pretty. Have I got it straight? Oh, goodness. Glue, glue, glue. Okay. So there we go. So we've got our first one that we have our floral elements on. And what are these called? I've got them labeled here. The Filled Notes Wildflowers. And then we've got the twine, Filled Notes twine. And we've got the Filled Notes tools. And then we have the Bloom Wildly. And we have the Lush Ferns. So that'll do it. It's kind of, I need to get a little more glue on here and get this laid down. But otherwise, I think we're good. Thanks, Dawn. Pink mat would be pretty on that one. Oh, it would. You know what? I should have done a pink underneath it. That would have been really pretty. Very, very pretty. Good idea, Lisa. Thanks for the feedback. And thanks for watching. So again, I appreciate all you guys stopping by and hanging out. We had a great crowd. At one point, I think I saw up to 25 people, which is exciting. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, if you would consider subscribing. I'm 10 people away from 2,000, and I would love to make that, to reach that goal. So, and I go live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. I follow Jay, our friend Jay. We kind of have a little tag team thing going on, and we have a good crowd that comes. And then Monday mornings at 10 a.m. with Daria, Mina Crafts. She and I go live. And then I usually have a video every other day that I'm not live. I run a video that releases at 10 a.m. and it's usually new products. So appreciate y'all stopping by, and I would love it if you'd subscribe. And if you like it, before you leave, hit the like. I'd appreciate that. So let's just wrap it up and we'll call it an evening. And I hope you guys have a great week. So take care, everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.